Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa. It is New Year's Eve and not a work day for me. So I had a lie-in this morning, but we still have a lot to do to finish out this series. So I've been doing a little bit of stuff while I've been having breakfast and what have you. This field is nearly complete. And I did a little bit more foraging, not much though. Oh, you finished again, have you? Yeah, this bike guy's been having some issues with his turning around and doing stuff. I did also take the time out to feed the animals. Okay. You're empty, you're full. I'm going to see the this job done, and I can then start the seeder off. We'll relocate this to the other field. What are we doing? We've got ample time to get all the jobs done. And then we can get back to the silage making. Part of my problem at the moment is it snowed last night, so there's a lot of reflected light coming through the window, so I can't see what's going on my screen very easily. Should be able to complete this field with what's in the tank. It's predominantly just a run across the top here. Probably not going to make it. Yep. Probably not going to turn around at the top. Wow. Bit of surprise. That's that job done. and finish that bit off. Because then the rest of this will just take us back to the entrance of the field. Okay. Okay, let's go and finish this. Also clouds, or sky's still a little cloudy. Apparently we are expecting bright sunshine in the afternoon, or later in the afternoon. Missed a bit again. Gotcha, and okay. So how are we doing? 13,000 litres of digestate left. That's all done. Okay, we can fold that up. I'm going to put this on the other field. I also moved the Massey Ferguson down to the grass fields to see if I could get a third layer or round of fertilisation, but that does not appear to be happening. I can't see where the gate is. Okay, that's the fence. Gate there, and we just ground it out. Oh man. Okay. Let's try that one again. Oh. I'm not kidding, I really can't see what I'm doing here. There we go. I'm running. The sun's gone behind a cloud very briefly. Okay, we'll stick with this, make sure I've got the whole field. I have. Jump out and run away. Okay, I'm going to close the gate. This is one for you can get into the field, but the gate does foul part of the working area. There's the cedar, there's the cedar. So we're all set up for wheat. back. I think I'm a little bit too far over to the left. Let's go for a little bit of guidance. You go to. Okay, let's get back to this then. So 10 trips is 560,000 litres, give or take. I think I can get about 11 unloads easily from the truck into the silage bunkers, but then after that, truck's not going to do it. I've also discovered you can only use alternating clamps because once you've filled one up, if you move over to the next one, the full one interferes with the tip mechanism, at least on this truck. Now, I could possibly tip at the entrance and then push it into the silage clamp, but I don't have a wheel loader and shovel. I just have the Zerian with the blade. So I'm now emptying into this one. Someone's up early. I will have an attempt at pronouncing your name. Estipeliu. Paul. Okay, that's easier. Welcome to the stream, Paul, and good morning to you. Okay, so that's tipping. So I currently have in here already 3 loads, 168,000. Completely unable to tip into there. Into this one, we're running at, I can't see, 675. So that might be 12 tips. And more importantly, we are down to 395,000 litres of digestate. 40 odd percent, yeah. Yeah, initially I thought, yes, I am playing single player. Initially I thought an 800,000 litre digestate tank, that's huge. And with all the fields I've got working at the moment, I'm coming to realise that 800,000 litres is totally inadequate. and we need sort of 500,000 litres of silage available to top it up every so often, just before we even start using it. This is Farm Sim 17, Lawfolds, Aberdeenshire. The map itself was a very early release on Farm Sim 17. It's not seasons ready, but I am playing it with seasons. And since a seasons ready map has what they call a snow mask, which basically tells seasons where snow is allowed to accumulate, because there isn't one, there's a slight change in the seasons rules, the way it implements itself. So long as we make everything apart from grass, which always rots, but so long as we make bales of our straw and hay, we can actually leave them out on the field. Well, and they won't decay. But any loose material, even if it's indoors, will decay. Now, technically, with a seasons ready map, anything indoors, i.e. in a snow masked building, is safe, and anything out of a snow mask building is unsafe. And it doesn't matter whether it's loose or bales in that situation, but I try and follow the intent of the game by making sure that I've always put my bales away. Off you go. I don't need to worry about you for now. Gonna have to feed that with seed sometime. This is doing fine. Where's the planter? Well, this is going on quite nicely. Nice thing about big equipment, it doesn't take long to do stuff. Is it V1.3? Honestly, I don't know. I know that the map did get updated once, but it was very early on in the life cycle of Farm Sim 17, months before seasons came out, and I think the map maker then quit, because I haven't seen anything else made by him since. But I've enjoyed this map a lot, and it is what is it? We're up to about 660 hours played. This tractor's probably my most heavily used at 163 hours. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Last long bit of the field. Must admit, I am beginning to regret doing quite so much silage this way. But that said, I really do need it. I've still got that field ahead of me to do. And I got a full clamp, well, it's not a full clamp, but I've got a significant amount of silage down at the cow yard as well for next year's feed. Although the plan for this playthrough is we are mothballing this playthrough at the end of fall or early winter. We'll get the crops sold. This trailer is the Massey Ferguson. I'll pull it up. It's actually a sugarcane trailer, and Massey Ferguson MF 3012 takes 28,000 litres, and very useful because these trailers are high tip. So if we go back, and it works on my joystick. You lift it up and then tip it over, because chaff doesn't go into through an auger, and while they're intended for sugarcane. Oops. No, you haven't. Go. Oh, okay then. Let's. Oh. Move that up a little. Worker doesn't want to know anymore. Great. I'm going to have to do this myself. I think I filled up that trailer. Yeah. Now, while I haven't seen this setup in the UK on video, I have seen an American farm doing things precisely this way. Not with a tractor trailer rig, short wheelbase truck, but still, the way they did it was the trucks were running between the field and the silage pit. They had a couple of trucks running, and then this was just trundling through the field, unloading into the high tip trailer they're hauling. Hopefully, when I get to the end of this stretch and the field opens out a bit, the worker might decide he wants to continue. Although we're going to have to unload this again before that happens. Okay. Oh crap! Chewing up that. It's not on the workers, so we're good. Now I have to take this back to the silo. And I'm actually, since you asked, I'm actually interested. What does these trailers hold? So we can do sugarcane. That's chaff, which is what we're doing now. That's silage, wood chips, hay, grass, and straw. Basically, most of the stuff that doesn't go through an auger wagon. But I've only really seen these sorts of trailers used for sugarcane and chaff. In Europe, they'll generally use loading wagons to pick up straw and grass and what have you. Sometimes they'll bale. And once in a while I will hit traffic going through there. Oh, so you could do a poplar harvest with a forage harvester into that high tip trailer as well. Up along this side, and But yeah, once we finish this series, I'll be starting sort of series number 2. We'll be moving to Farm Sim 19 with a new farm. And what I'll try to do is use more prototypical UK equipment on that. At least as near as I can determine. Unfortunately, I don't live in the UK anymore, so I don't have any farms I can go out and spy on. So I'll just have to go with UK produced farming videos on YouTube for inspiration. And I try to stay at least semi-authentic. When I pick a map, I'll look at the region it's supposed to be based in. So this is a Scottish map, actually a real farm, although liberties were taken to add sell points and stores and other stuff. But I'll look at crop growth. And this area of Scotland, your main crop is barley. So I tend to have a lot of fields producing barley. Wheat is also a common option. Sunflowers are not grown here, so I don't do sunflowers. And technically corn is not a Scottish crop, although I think it was back in 2015, 2016, 2 farms trialled growing corn as a feedstock for animals. So I have grown corn recently, but it is strictly harvested for the pigs and foraged for turning into silage for cow food and making more digestate to fertilize the fields with, because I do not have enough cows or pigs to fertilize all these fields out here. So if I turn that on, and now the worker's happy because there's corn to our right. So we'll make a quick trip round. Yeah, so this thing is dumping digestate through the cultivator at the back, which provides us with fertilizer. We're ploughing in the oilseed radish, which provides a second level of fertilizer. So come spring, we have to fertilize these fields one more time and they're all done. Well, that one's getting on quite nicely. So going back to our main map, you'll see all of these recently planted fields are now on second stage. Actually, that one, and that one are grass. And I want to get a third stage, but I don't think I'm going to manage it. We have barley here and here, canola here, here and here, and here. Oh, I did miss some. There's a problem with the field there, it's not exactly level. We're doing wheat here, we'll be doing corn in one of these 2 fields next year, and soybeans in any field that hasn't been planted yet, which I think is going to be these 3 fields. May do sunflowers, although no, it's not prototypical, so I probably won't bother. And the plan would be to buy those 5 fields next year. We're not doing that yet either. this is a very labour-intensive crop, which is why I'm regretting planting this field as corn. Although in the long term I wouldn't be, because this is already it's well over 1 million litres of chaff. And that's going to feed our cows probably for another 5 years at the rate we're feeding them. And it's going to give us enough digestate to